Rooney reporting. A news producer for our Los Angeles station, KABC, Lisa Bartley, was on Catalina Island when the fires broke out and had a front row seat to developments overnight. She was able to file this first-hand description of a very scary situation for the island's residents and visitors.
There are a lot of very anxious people here tonight, as you can imagine. Earlier tonight, it was a very frightening scene. There was heavy ash falling from the sky. It was difficult to breathe. There were people rushing to the ferry landing with bandanas over their mouths. They couldn't breathe. There were people with face masks.
Such a big tragedy. I mean, it's something that is going to be remembered for years.
You could see one of the camp coves, lots of smoke, lots of fire, and as we were heading towards Avalon, just the devastation just started to really sink in. It was pretty sad.
A lot of these homes are tightly packed together, and once one home goes, it makes it very dangerous that more homes could go one after another. There are not a lot of people on the street right now, but the people that were there as the fire trucks came through were applauding and thanking the firefighters for their help.
Again, that was Lisa Bartley from our station in L.A., KABC, and we'll keep you up to date on what's going on there. But now Chris Cuomo has a morning.
In advance of the war in Iraq, and I can tell you those things really do move fast. One of those can carry one M1 tank, so I don't know how many vehicles it can fit, any fire vehicles that can fit on there, both from a space standpoint and a weight standpoint. But they do move very quickly, and they're going to need to, because as we can see, this fire is definitely moving. Lisa Bartley from Eyewitness News, one of our producers, is there as well in Catalina, in Avalon. Lisa, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
What can you tell us about what's going on there?
Well, we were here for an unrelated story. Photographer Sean McCarthy and I were on the southwest side of the island when we first saw the smoke. It's gotten increasingly worse. About one or 2 minutes ago, we saw the flames come over a hill heading towards Avalon. We are on the dock right now in Avalon Harbor, and we see several helicopters, LA County. We see a fixed-wing aircraft. We've seen the air tanker drop Phos-Tech about 3 minutes ago. The sky is kind of an eerie, reddish, very thick, dense smoke. We've seen police cars going down the main drag in Avalon.
Keep coming around. Right.
Sitting near the Catalina Express dock, looking like they are hoping to get off the island. But generally, it seems to be. We saw flames a couple minutes ago, and now I don't see them, so that could be a good sign from here.
And what are you seeing in terms of other people? Are people starting to come into this area where you are? Can you see evidence of evacuations taking place?
We just got off of a boat, so we haven't actually made our way into the town. We are still on the dock right now. So we heard about there are 2 children's camps, from what we understand, on the island, and we did hear maybe an hour and a half ago that they were evacuating at least one of those camps. We saw 2 shore ferry boats that were heading in that direction to get the children, from what we were told. There's ash falling in the sky right now. Again, it's just a very eerie, red, smoky sky over Avalon right now.
All right, Lisa Bartley, we're going to ask you to stay on station there, and you and Sean McCarthy, a very able cameraman, are there. We're going to ask you to try to go and get what you can. We're going to come back to you a little bit later on. We're going to check in now, though, with Dallas Raines. The weather, of course, key to all of this. Again, the winds are pushing the fire. It's going to move faster.
Disney company, but he has a lot of experience in Catalina. Mr. Davis, thank you very much for joining us today.
And right now we have Lisa Bartley, an ABC 7 producer who happened to be on the island with our photographer Sean McCarthy, shooting a story there. Lisa, are you there?
Yes, I am, Ellen.
Yeah, so what was the deal? Where were you when this all started?
Well, Sean and I were actually shooting an unrelated story on a sport fishing boat. We were on the southwest side of the island when we first spotted the smoke. We came around the island, and the smoke gradually became much thicker. It has gotten significantly worse in the last couple of hours. Right now, the air is pretty thick with smoke. There's ash falling. The sun is kind of shining, this orangey, eerie glow over town. People are walking around the streets with their bags packed, trying to figure out where to go. I spoke with an LA County deputy a short time ago, and he said that the plan is basically just to move everyone as far east as they can toward the water. I asked him what the worst-case scenario plan might be, and he couldn't tell me what that would be. They haven't had a fire of this significance in quite a while. I can tell you right now, I can see several aircraft in the sky. I see the air tanker is doing a fast check drop as we speak, just above the hills of Avalon. About 10 minutes ago, there were 3 fire trucks that came through town on their way to the fire, and everybody who's sort of standing around trying to figure out what to do all burst into applause as they drove by.
Wow. Where are you right now, Lisa?
We are in Avalon proper, kind of right near the beach area. I'm kind of where there's a lot of mom and pop businesses right here, and I can see quite a few people on the roofs of the businesses hosing them down with garden hoses. There are quite a few tourists here that aren't sure what to do. They've got their bags packed, but at this moment we're told there aren't any boats available to leave right now. That could change later.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, Lisa, you stay safe there.